I've been studying all night. I'm never going to get this. I think I'll just rest my eyes for a few minutes. Okay, wait. What's going on? What is this? Where am I?
This is your dream.
Welcome to Jeopardy! Now, let us meet our contestants.
I'm Colby.
I'm Gracie.
And I'm Sammy.
Today's theme is the Gilded Age.
I'll take precedence for 200.
This popular northern hero who emerged from the war with a popular campaign slogan that said, "Let us have peace."
Who is President Grant?
That is correct.
I'll take precedence for 300.
This president won the electoral but lost the popular. He was the first to be voted out of office since 1840. Also, the grandson of the president who only spent 38 days in office.
Who is President Harrison?
That is correct.
I'll take precedence for 500.
These two men ran for president and vice president in 1880. After being shot 11 weeks after inauguration, the VP took the role of president.
Who are Sammy Warren and Luke Ryan?
Gracie, that is incorrect.
Who are President Garfield and President Arthur?
Correct. Colby Pinley.
I'll take precedence for 400.
Biggest fan. First Democrat in office in 28 years. He also had an affair with a Buffalo woman.
Beyonce.
Sorry, Sammy, but that's incorrect.
Who is President Cleveland?
Correct.
I'll take precedence for 100.
This man was deemed as the Great Unknown. He also served 3 terms as the governor of Ohio.
Who is President Hayes?
Correct. Colby Pinley is in the lead with 1,500 points, and Gracie and Sammy are tied with a whopping 0.
I'll take political corruption for 400.
Person responsible for taking advantage of the immigrants by swaying their votes.
Who is Boss Tweed?
That is correct.
I'll take political corruption for 100.
The banker's banker who lent the federal government $65 million in gold.
Who is J.P. Morgan?
That is correct.
I'll take political corruption for 200.
The Union Pacific Railway formed this to hire themselves at inflated prices to build the railroad. Fearing that they would get caught, they distributed valuable shares to congressmen.
What is the credit mobilier?
That is correct.
How do you know these?
That's okay, girl.
I'll take political corruption for 300.
This robbed the treasury of millions in tax revenues. The president's own secretary was among the culprits.
What is the whiskey ring?
That is correct.
I'll take pallid politics for 100.
Supreme Court case that was ruled separate but equal facilities were constitutional.
What is Plessy versus Ferguson?
That is correct.
I'll take pallid politics for 300.
This prohibited immigration from China in 1882.
What is the Chinese Exclusion Act?
That is correct.
I'll take Palette Politics for 200.
What is the People's Party?
What is the Populist Party?
Correct.
I'll take Palette Politics for 400.
Make campaign contributions from federal employees illegal.
What is the Pendley Act?
That is incorrect.
What is the Pendleton Act?
That is correct. Now let's total up our scores. Colby Penley has a whopping 3,900 points. Gracie has totaled up with negative 500. And Sammy has 0. Now it is time for the final Jeopardy! What is Mrs. Rogers' middle name?
Jean.
Correct! You get 5,000 points and Gracie wins the game!
Woo! Yeah! Go Gracie! Go Gracie!
My name is Colby Penley, and you're watching Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Today's contestant is all the way from Haleville High School. Her name is Gracie Defoe.
Hi, America.
First question for $100. Which of the following companies did not help build the Transcontinental Railroad? A. Union Pacific. B. Central Union Pacific. C. Monsters Incorporated.
That's a tough one, Colby. I'm gonna have to go with C. Monsters Incorporated.
The answer is C. Monsters Incorporated. Congratulations.
Yay!
You won $100. Second question for $200. A majority of the Union Pacific workers were A. Irish, B. Chinese, C. Canadian, D. Antarctican.
A. I'm gonna go with A, Colby.
The answer is A. Irish. Congratulations, you won $200. Answer number 3 for $300. A majority of Central Union Pacific workers were A. Japanese, B. American, C. Californians, and D. Chinese.
Well, since the Irish worked on the Union, I'm gonna go with D, Chinese.
Let's see what the answer is. D. Chinese. Congratulations, you won $300. Now for the $500 question. J.D. Rockefeller, Andrew Carnegie, and Cornelius Vanderbilt are all examples of A. Women, B. Railroads, C. Robber barons, or D. Presidents.
I'm gonna go with C.
That is correct. You've won $500. Now for the $1,000 question.
They're getting harder.
J.D. Rockefeller owned a monopoly in which of the following? A. Toilet paper, B. Paper towels, C. Disinfectant wipes, or D. Oil.
I'm gonna say D.
That is correct. You won $1,000, and you have reached the $1,000 milestone. Yay! Yay! Okay, now for the $2,000 question. Andrew Carnegie owned 1/4 of the nation's A. Copper production, B. Steel production, C. Hairbrushes, D. Paper.
I'm gonna go with B.
B. Steel production. Yay! You won $2,000. Now for the $4,000 question. Who used the Bessemer process? The Bessemer process was a method to create cheap steel. A. A. Andrew Carnegie, B. J.P. Morgan, C. Thomas Edison, or D. Alexander Graham Bell?
I'm gonna go with A.
That is correct. You won $4,000. Yay! Now for the $8,000 question. Law. What do I care about the law? Ain't I got the power? Who said this quote? A. William H. Vanderbilt, B. John Wall, C. Samuel Gompers, or D. Cornelius Vanderbilt?
Now that's confusing, but I think I'm gonna have to go with D.
Let's see if that's correct. And it's correct! You won $8,000 by your CD4. Now for the $16,000 question. Nicknamed Jupiter, made a name for himself at the Wall Street banking house, created America's first billion-dollar corporation. Who is this man? A. Henry W. Grady, B. Casey Harrison, C. J.P. Morgan, or D. Tobias Eaton?
I'm gonna phone a friend for this one.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna call up my friend Maddie. She's really good at history. Maddie, are you there?
Oh, hi, Gray Aussie.
Hey! Well, listen, I'm on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and I need help with this question. Okay, it says his nickname was Jupiter. He made a name for himself at the Wall Street banking house and created America's first billion-dollar corporation. Do you know who that might be?
Oh, yeah, that is C. J.P. Morgan.
Great, Maddie. Thanks for calling.
Bye, Gracie.
Let's see if your friend Maddie is correct. Is it C?
Yay!
That is the correct answer.
Thank you, Maddie.
You are now taking the $32,000 question.
Stressful.
The good Lord gave me my money. Who or what said this quote? B. A.F. of L. B. The Gospel of Wealth. C. Abraham Lincoln. Or D. Interstate Commerce Act.
Just gonna guess on this one. B?
Let's see if that's correct. And it
Yay!
is! Yay! You're up to $64,000 question.
I can buy a new car.
Now, you've reached the $32,000 milestone. Yay!
Labor union.
Yeah. I don't know what that. Okay. $64,000 question is up next. Are you ready?
I'm ready, Colby.
An injury to one is a concern of all. This group became involved in a number of riots, one of which was Haymarket Square. Haymarket Square was a riot in Chicago where a dynamite bomb was thrown, killing several people. A. The Knights of Labor. B. The AFL. C. The Jackson 5. Or D. Destiny's Child.
Well, I'm going to use process of elimination on this one. I'm going to mark out C and D. So, I'm going to go with A.
Let's see if that's correct. And it is! You won $64,000! Now you're up to the $125,000 question. This group was composed of bricklayers, carpenters, and unskilled workers, women and blacks. A. Drake's Folly. B. Patty's. C. The American Federation of Labor. D. Disc and Gold.
Well, since the hint is talking about Labor Day, I'm going to have to go with C, the American Federation of Labor.
Let's see if it's correct. The reasoning has won you $125,000. Jumping to the $250,000 question. This man was a Jewish cigar maker and was removed from school at age 10 and brought to America at 18 and elected president of the AFL every year except one from 1886 to 1924. A. James Blaine. B. William Harrison. C. Alva Edison. Or D. Samuel Gompers.
Oh, I know this one. D?
That is correct. now only have 2 more questions until you win the $1 million. Okay, teacher of the deaf who created the telephone, a gifted thinker and tireless worker who created the electric light and motion picture, respectively. A. Logan Elkins and Alexandria Pauli. B. Alexander Graham Bell and Thomas Edison. C. John Doe and Josh Smith. Or D. Sean McDonald and Hunter Jordan.
Well, since choice A and choice D are in our class, gonna have to go with B, Alexander and Thomas.
Let's see if that's correct.
Yes!
It is, yes. Now for the $1 million question.
Oh, I can't believe it. Okay.
Okay,
Breathe.
what is it? What kind of car does Miss Rogers drive? A Volkswagen Beetle. B, a Rolls Royce. C, a Shelby Mustang. Or D, Southwest Airlines.
Another complete guess, Colby. It's for $1 million, but I'm gonna have to go with A.
That's
Yes!
correct!
$1 million!
You won $1 million! It's $1 million. Okay. Welcome to Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader? I'm Colby Penley, and today's contestant is Gracie DeFore.
Hi, America.
Question number 1. What category would you like?
I'll take characteristics of the big city, Colby.
Okay, list 3 characteristics of a big city.
I'm gonna go with skyscrapers. They were filthy and filled with immigrants.
Let's see. That's correct.
Yay!
Okay, category number 2.
I'll go with immigrants this time.
Who are the immigrants? Where did the immigrants go, and why did they go there?
Well, I know they were mostly European, and I know they came to the big cities, and they came because they wanted a new start.
Let's see if that's correct. They were mostly European, came to the big cities, came to have a new start.
Yay!
Next category.
I'll take reactions to the new immigration.
Name the following. This preached that churches should take the social issues of the day. This was a center for women's activism and social reform. And 3, this successfully lobbied laws that protected workers and child labor in 1893.
Okay. I'm going to go with social gospel for number 1. The Henry Street settlement for number 2. And for number 3, I'll go with the Hull House.
Let's see if that's correct. Social gospel, Henry Street settlement, and Hull House. Category number 4.
I'll take anti-foreignism, please.
What is a nativist?
A nativist. I know that a nativist or nativists are a group of people that are against immigration.
Nativists are a group of people against immigration. Category number 5.
I'll take churches confront the urban challenge.
Describe the Gospel of Wealth, the Salvation Army, and Dwight L. Moody.
Okay. The Gospel of Wealth believed that God caused the righteous to prosper. And the Salvation Army was a British army that did good things, like give out soup. And Dwight L. Moody, he took that old-time religion to the big city.
Let's see if that's correct. Gospel of Wealth proclaimed that God caused the righteous to prosper. Salvation Army, British army that did practical good. And Dwight L. Moody took that old-time religion to the big city and practiced its gospel of kindness. Category number 6.
I think now I'll have Christian theology as question, Colby.
This was a church that believed God would heal illnesses and the man who created the theory of evolution.
I'm going to say the Church of Christ Science and Charles Darwin.
The Church of Christ Science and Charles
Yes.
Darwin are correct. Category number 7, literary landmarks.
Sure.
Who are 3 authors of the time period?
Mark Twain, Stephen Crane, and Kate Chopin.
Mark Twain, Stephen Crane, and Kate Chopin are correct. 2 categories left.
It's a tough one. I think I'll go with entertainment.
Which of the following was not used for pastimes in the time period? Baseball, the circus, boxing, Wild West shows, or figure skating?
This is a tough one. I'm just gonna guess here. Figure skating?
Figure skating's correct. Now for the final category. Education. Created in 1870, what did states make compulsory that made people check the frightening abuses of child labor?
Well, I'm just gonna guess here. They made it where they said you had to have an elementary education.
At least a grade school education. Now for the $1 million question. How many daughters does Miss Rogers have?
This is a tricky one too. For $1 million, I'm gonna say 4.
4 is correct.
Yay!
$1 million.
$1. 5th grader. Okay. Wheel of Fortune. I'm Gracie.
I'm Colby.
Welcome to Wheel of Fortune. Question number 1. Where was gold and silver found?
South Dakota and Colorado?
That's correct. This caused people to move and push the Indians out. Okay. This new law allowed a settler to own as much as 160 acres of land by living on it for 5 years. They also had to pay a fee of $30.
The Homestead Act?
That's correct. In 1864, Colonel Chivington's militia massacred in cold blood some 400 Indians, who apparently thought they had been promised immunity. What do you got, Colby?
The Sand Creek Battle?
Yeah, that's correct. Colonel Custer attacked some 2,500 warriors who were camped along the Little Bighorn River. The warriors were completely wiped out when help didn't show up to aid them.
I'm going to say the Battle of Little Bighorn.
Let's see. That's correct. Christian reformers with hopes of getting rid of the Indians joined militiamen and persuaded the government to outlaw the sun dance. The army stamped it out in 1890 at the
Battle of Wounded Knee.
That's correct. Leader of the Indians in their battle against Colonel Custard.
This one's tough. I'm going to go with Chief Joseph.
That's correct. A Massachusetts writer who pricked the moral sense of Americans when she published A Century of Dishonor.
Helen Hunt Jackson.
That's correct. Dissolved many tribes and wiped out tribal ownership of land.
The Dawes Severity Act.
That's correct. Okay. Property given to Native Americans to live on was called?
Reservations.
That's correct. An animal that Native Americans thought to be sacred, but whites pushed them to near extinction.
The buffalo.
That's correct. Okay. What land was illegally jumped by intruders and formerly home to Indians?
Oklahoma.
That's correct. Last question. In 1890, this closed the frontier.
The Census Bureau.
Yeah!
Yay!
Correct! How long did I sleep? The test is today. I've got to call Colby. Colby, you'll never believe the dream I had. We played Jeopardy and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and Wheel of Fortune and Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? And we were great. We won like $4 million. Miss Rogers is going to love us. Okay, bye.